Hi everybody, since 5th of September is observed as Teachers' Day in India, we tried doing a webinar for little kids. We tried to give 10 basic things to kids that could help them remain sound mentally. So very quickly, we'll give those 10 points to you, 10 daily habits to follow, to be followed by the kids so that they can have sound mental health. The first step is that they must maintain a daily diary of good and the bad things they did in a day. So this way they will be able to introspect, and the earlier they start introspection in life, the better human beings they become, and healthier they remain mentally, in whichever age group they might be. Second point would be moral stories. When we were kids, moral stories played a very important role. However, today kids are losing interest, and parents also have less time, to read out moral stories to children. But I think children should be exposed to moral stories again, and they must start reading moral stories. Then a third habit would be they must be taught from a very young age to not judge their own worth from the viewpoint of what others say about them. I repeat, they must not judge their own worth from the viewpoint of others. What others think about them should not make them create any myth about their own self. They must know their potential, and they must always remain confident about the good things that they have, and they must also remain aware of the shortcomings they have. So from a very young age, parents must start working on their kids about it. Mm. Then every day encourage kids to do at least one act of kindness. Now it could be spreading feed for the birds. It could be leaving water for the birds. It could be feeding a dog, or it could be helping somebody who is specially abled, or it could be spending time with some underprivileged kids. So every child from a very young age must do at least one act of kindness without even expecting a thank you in return. This way children learn to understand the beauty of life and the beauty of the world, and they start believing that there is still goodness, and they believe in it because they are following it, they are practicing it. So please teach your children to take at least to do at least one act of kindness every day. Then they must maintain eating healthy eating habits. Junk food leads to a junk mind, as we say. So they must reduce uh, the tenure of they must reduce the frequency of eating junk food. Since we tell children that they must not judge themselves by views of others, they themselves also must not judge others. So train the kids from a very young age that they should never judge anyone, rather be more receptive of people as they are. This should be taught from a very young age. So be it a 4-year-old or a 6-year-old, I think parents must start imbibing this particular habit, of not judging others, and should start from a very young age. Then earlier we kids have grown up with our grandparents. However, now the concept of nuclear families have deprived that shelter of having old aged people around. But I think every child must spend time with old aged people as much as possible, because they have a lot of experiences to tell you, they have a lot of things to tell you. And even out of 10 things they speak, if there are two good things that a child absorbs, they help that child, in the long term. So every child must spend time with old people. um, then I think the most important points would be 8 and 9. Point 8 is that if you are facing, I mean, if the child is facing a problem, he or she must talk to the family member, a family member who would give them the right suggestion. Tell your children, and children must be told that if you go to a friend uh, for suggestion, then tell yourself that the friend is also your age only. So that friend doesn't have anything new to tell you because you both are same age group. So if you're facing a trouble, please go and talk to an elder. Somebody who is over the age of 22 has seen some world and is a well wisher. So it could be a parent, it could be a grandparent, it could be a teacher or a mentor. So someone who's a well wisher and would give you the right suggestion should be approached for your problems and their solutions. Then my ninth point is, uh, please identify good touch and bad touch. You must know if some whether you are a girl or a boy, if a person touches you in a way that makes you uncomfortable, talk about it to your parents. And parents, please pay heed and please listen to it when your kids tell you, about how they feel when somebody comes close to them. Let them decide whether they want to go to somebody or they don't want to go to somebody. Don't force a child to be nice to somebody he or she, it feels uncomfortable with. So if a child feels uncomfortable with an uncle or with an aunt or with anyone, please listen to them. Do not force your child to go to anyone whom they are not comfortable with. Listen to what they are saying and respect their choices. Then 10th point is that every child must be taught to practice gratitude from a young age. So every parent and child must thank God together before they sleep. First, it is very good for sleeping. Second, it develops a sense of gratitude, which is a very very positive attitude to develop in life. So with this I am uh, closing the small session. I hope it helps children, and these are basic cognitive changes to be applied in life. Thank you for listening. I am Gitika from Sabha.